frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On the ground, McCaffrey looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has just been alone for opposing offenses to account for now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Tannehill buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the 1st as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
Shift together here from the D-line. They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. Throwing here on 1st down, Flacco. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Bryant. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse, still accurately throw.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jarvis Landry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Flacco will take to the air again. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, Tannehill. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's second down. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it. And here we are today.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars getting set to go. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Fournette. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it all the way out out near midfield to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Operating off play action. Flacco escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zach Brown in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Fournette, a first down carry. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. And Leonard Fournette could be that guy. Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry. And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
On second down, here's Fournette. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental act.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dez Bryant, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Bengals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Jags grab it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full throw.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Dez Bryant, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. On first down, it's Tannehill. Underneath for Johnson. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Halfback sent in motion. They snap it to Tannehill. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
But there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Fournette on the counter. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Flacco off play action. Going deep here for Landry. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 23 yards on the play. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, Tannehill steps away to his left. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 23 yards on the play. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Second down, Flacco now. There's the first catch as a 49er for Marquise Goodwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. It doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now Flacco. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Goodwin, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in this...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Barely got that snap off. Flacco now. Ebron caught left side. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
A handoff, Fournette running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be third down. Flacco. Bryant with a catch right side. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Flacco and the offense staying put. They're going to go for it on fourth. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Give him 30 yards there.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always...
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Tannehill. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. Avoids him at the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ezekiel Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. That's complete to McCaffrey. 20, and he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. It's Tannehill. And, oh, they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he motions the wide receiver. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Frank Clark in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. The play clock's running down, and the tight end Ebron in motion. They'll toss it to Fournette. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 8 yards on the pick up there, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. On first down, it's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. 11 more on that one and another first down. Tannehill on first down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Again, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Tannehill. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Fairley able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Bryant, the man in motion right. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's got room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at FedEx Field. The Redskins have scored yet again. They've really opened that one up. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a second.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. So they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week.
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
But that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Jacksonville, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.